Hey, good morning, guys. Just wanted to let you guys know that there will be no commentary this morning, or very little commentary this morning. Woke up with a really bad sore throat, so don't want to abrogate it anymore. Alright, myself playing on the other computer. But yeah, I don't want to abrogate it any more than it hurting already. So just gonna sit back tight this morning. Maybe I'll hop on here and there if I get in any trades, but I'll be active in Discord today. So I just wanted to let everyone know that.
And what is that? AutoZone for 1180 plus. Puts Netflix 240. I mean, man, I like the other day I was watching Netflix, right? I'm like, man, I could see this at 250. I said that in Discord, right, in chat. And then someone, I forgot who it was, and then someone was like, oh, like, why only 250? I could see this going to like 200. I'm like, wow, 200, wow. I mean, it could. I mean, it could, but it's not going to get there soon unless it just starts, like I said, can just continue selling. You see more selling volume come in and all this crap, but you're going to see some nice, pops in between that you can get long on. So just keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. And that's what we'll be doing for today. So yeah, it was at AutoZone, right? So we'll see. West High. Good volume on Roku. Roku's Broku. They're changing the ticker to Broku. Right? I don't know if anyone else has a position on Roku right now. Um, I was actually thinking of getting the long and short on it yesterday, but just in case we do see this is kind of what we saw yesterday, a choppy day, right? Wouldn't really be too good. I was just more focused on the short side of it. That's what I'll stick with. It's small. It's 5 contracts. So, but hey, I mean, if this pushes under $100, I mean, look out below, right? Under $100 on Roku is gonna be a really nice indicator for the sell. A lot of people are gonna start dumping. So, I mean, just because Roku is green here and up now and in pre-market really doesn't have an overall indication that it's going to be green for the day. It could. I could be completely wrong, and Roku could squeeze today and get back to 117, even 120. Still relatively weak, but all I don't want to see is just that sideways action today, right? So it's only Tuesday, so I'll have plenty of time. Gonna be keeping this on watch. I'm gonna be keeping Netflix on watch, but as far as the short side on it, I can't be going too big on it, right? Back down here in the 260s, I just can't be doing that. I'd still like to take the short on it, but it's gonna be small size. If we were still back up in the 280s, even like 270s, would have been bigger. But I mean, just like Michael Riley said, agree with you, man, 100%. I mean, entering big here, right, is just going to be a little more tricky. Just a little more scary to do so. Could it work? It could work. It could keep slipping. It could break under 260 back in the 250 trading range, but just want to be careful on it if you guys are short, especially if you were long too. Either way, I'd be, keeping this on watch, seeing how Netflix is going to perform today. If the market's going to pull down, if it's going to kind of give back from yesterday, right? Take Netflix with it. So, I mean, Netflix got, I mentioned it earlier, they got like they got like a 32% price target cut. So you saw that on Roku the other day, like a $60 price target, and Netflix today. So, Wes, you have 7 puts on Roku for October 4th for 90 strike, okay. So you got the next week's Suzuki. Boy, you should have gotten short on Flicks after that morning pop yesterday. I should have. You're right. You can call me out on that for sure. And I was looking at it too. I was looking at it too at the time. Really was. I mean, that ended up being really, really nice, right? I mean, those ended up being a really nice play, right? So, I mean, that was a really nice setup too. Super nice. I mean, really low risk, high reward trade. So, yeah, Suzuki, you're right. 100%. Definitely. Small account is growing from 900 to negative 1,600, looking at AutoZone and Netflix. AutoZone, they have their earnings or something, right? Soon. You're going to probably look to, Nathan, you're probably going to call Tesla today at its prior lows and near the 5-day. 200 day. Yeah, you're right, Suzuki. I did. You're right. Oh, crap. Look at that. A new low in pre-market for Roku. I'm not complaining. I love it. Let's have a good day, though, guys. We got a minute before the bell. A minute before the bell. Let's do it, guys. We're all ready to go. I kind of went over what I'm looking at already. Alejandro, 1 put. That's all you need if you're getting a big day on Roku, right? We saw it on the other day. Those puts were up like, 20,000%? All you need is one. If it's going to make a big move, is what I'm saying. So, Will Smith, what's up? You can hear me on Nick's stream. How so? Is he just playing me? I appreciate that, Nick. Is that what's going on, or is it, or am I streaming on his account? What's going on? Netflix at 220. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I could see 250, 220 possible, but man, like I said, I mean, you're going to be seeing this. I mean, it's still overall relatively weak, but I mean, you're going to see some pops in between, and it's not going to come straight down. And this is the first time that Will Smith is here in pre-market ever, so thank you, Will Smith. That's new to me. All right, market's open. Let's go in 10 seconds. Let's do it. Like I said, I just have that small size on Roku. No idea. I don't know how that happens. He must be just playing me on the side. I don't think he's feeling too well today. All right, let's get this Grosu. Let's get it going down. All right, let's see this die. Like I said, if it's going to show me that it's going to hold up today and get this bounce and squeeze a little bit, then I'll just exit out of it. We just cracked a new low in pre-market, like right before the bell. Netflix, see if we're going to get this pop. Watch that 265 mark from yesterday. It was a really nice sell point from yesterday. A lot of sellers coming in at 265. If you are short on Netflix, like I said, I would really recommend having a tight stop on it, in case, you know, this one gets a bounce as well. We have been down 4 red days in a row, so Netflix is dumb. Don't stress it. I mean, I guess. So what's the levels that we're looking at on Roku, right? I mean, for the downside at least. A crack below pre-market low, 106. Yesterday's low. Actually, not really. We have a wick at 105.70. Below that, I mean, the real low on this is going to be back at. Oh, hold on. The real low on this is going to be back at 103.60. Below that, we'll be seeing on 100. Mike, dude, what are you doing? Why do you keep getting banned, bro? What are you doing? Netflix is so weak. Look at that candle. Netflix is Blockbuster 2.0. We all know how that ended. I think there's like one Blockbuster left. They're keeping it alive. Man, that's funny though. I remember going to Blockbuster when I was a kid. Good times, man. Really good times. But is Netflix going to be the Blockbuster 2.0? Is Suzuki going to be right on this one? I think that could be a possibility. Used to rent all your games. They're awesome, dude. Really cool. All right, there's a new high on Netflix. Watching this 265 point from yesterday. Michael Riley repointed that out and, you know, mentioned 265 yesterday. We couldn't get over it the whole entire day. I mean, just kept selling off there. So this market's going to be on watch right now. Above 265, we have pre-market high at 266.09. This will be the next mark. So we're 3 minutes in. Roku. Now 900 up to 1600. All right, sorry. All right, so Nick said that he has people on his stream that are trying to talk to me. So all right, word. I'm just gonna keep up Nick's stream, and then I don't know if anyone talks on that, then I'll answer as well. How? Oh no. No, I'm streaming on this one on the options channel. I just don't know how that's going through. That's kind of weird, isn't it? That's really weird, actually. All right. All right, let's see here. Hey, Michael Riley, you still here? Michael Riley is so on point. You get a cookie, dude. Look at that. What's the high day on Netflix right now? 265 on the penny. Man, you were on point with that, Michael Riley. 265 on the penny. Look at that. My guy. So Roku, man, I hated the price action on Roku yesterday. I mean, it was terrible, right? It was awful. Super tight range, disgusting. I mean, it did have SSR, but still, I mean, yesterday the only way to really make money on Roku was, kind of just scalping it off the lows and the pre-market high at the time. I don't have the lines in there anymore for the previous day, but I mean, just scalping it or just selling the premium. I mean, it was a theta killer yesterday for sure. Netflix is back to 261. We're below previous low. It's working out really nice. You're going to be seeing 260 below 260. Back into the 250s already for Netflix. Yeah, put that knife in there, right, Wes? On Roku. I mean, hey, if Roku's going to have the same action as yesterday and just bounce around all day and then chop, I'm just going to exit out of this. If it starts putting in lows, which it actually is right now, which is actually really, really cool, then I'll hold on to it. It's small size. It's only 5 contracts. I'll let it fall. Pre-market low. Actually, sorry, we already are below pre-market low. I'm looking at yesterday's low. Previous low before that. We could be seeing $100 today. I mean, hey, if the selling picks up on it, right? But if it just starts holding pre-market low and just chops, then no reason to really be in that. I don't know, Michael Riley, did you take that short on Netflix at that 265? Because you called that out perfectly. Look, what's the high day? 265 on the penny, man. 265 on the penny. Look at that. You're gonna be seeing a crack at 260 right here. There it is. Look out below. So, I mean, Netflix has just been dying. Look at this. Just dying, right? What's the area that you can expect, right? What's like an area you can... Oh, you did not? Okay, that's no problem. What's an area that you can expect, like Netflix, get a bounce at, right? I mean, it can't just keep dying, right? Where can you expect it to bounce at? I like 250. 250 has some daily support on it. If it was to get all the way down there, right? I mean, we're 9 points away. It could even get there today. But you're going to see some bouncing in between. You're going to see some bouncing in between on Netflix. I can assure you. So here's the 250s. Here are the 250s on Netflix. Like I said, I mean, the short side of the trade would have been... The short side of the Netflix trade is much, much more risky, I would say. Very, very overextended to the downside. That doesn't mean that it has to bounce. It could keep slipping, but if you guys are short, entering for the first time short down here in the 260 range, even in the 250s now, I mean, I would just be much, much smaller size on this. Really no reason to be, big size on this right now. So 250 on Netflix. I could see it, Joseph. I mean, I mentioned that the other day. Below 280, 250, we're going to see a nice flush. I mean, that was the bottom support that we were holding off of, right? I mean, Netflix was kind of acting dumb. This going sideways. Holding 288, testing 300, had its chance. Had its chance for sure. Broke over the 20-day. The first day that we closed back below the 20-day on the daily, I was really bearish on it, especially when we got below 280, 250. I mean, bottom support. There was no support below that until 275. Below that, I mean, this could have fell all the way to 250, which is what we're seeing right now. So Roku will let it do it. I'll let it do its thing. So far, I'm just sitting on it. But I really just don't want. I really, really don't want to see this just go sideways today. I mean, that would be terrible. Kind of like what we saw yesterday. At least make a move, right? Above pre-market high, what could we see? I mean, above this 112 level, 111, 112, I mean, we could be seeing back to 117 and a half. It does have room to get there. Really does. Yo, anybody is on Nick's stream? Is it like, is my stream still playing on Nick's? Like, is the voice still going through? Are you still playing that? Or what? I don't know what's going on. All right, how's that AZO? How's that that not Amazon, that AutoZone? AZO. 1156. Okay.
Hey guys, just want to clear up the confusion. I'm not streaming today because I'm not feeling too well. Or I should say, I'm not doing commentary today because I'm not feeling too well. But, the other voice you're hearing, that's Alex. I'm not sure what's going on. I think he accidentally streamed on my channel. We have two channels, Velocity Option and Velocity Trading. So for any new viewers watching today who may be confused, I usually do the commentary every day for small caps, and Alex does the commentary for options. So there was some confusion this morning, and I think he streamed on my channel. So if you guys hear another voice in the background, that's Alex. So just bear with it for today. If it's annoying us, you could just mute the mic. Sorry for the issues and the inconvenience this morning. Hopefully I'm feeling better by tomorrow, and the usual small cap streams could continue tomorrow with the commentary.
Wait, hold on a sec.
So I'm just gonna be probably
Casper.
off the mic for most of the stream.
Do I sound
I'll
like
probably
Nick?
hop
Is that
in here
true?
and there.
You guys
So
think
far,
so?
no trades on my end.
Do I sound like Nick?
We saw AIM with the
Maybe.
quick morning pop right off the game plan. Short the weakness
Mike,
into the pop,
Michael.
and the nice
Yeah,
little
man,
scalp
I-
there if
I do
anyone
agree with
took
you.
That one. IPWR,
But
no
I mean, you got to
volume
think
on
of it,
that
right?
one,
I mean,
so
where?
not touching
I mean,
it.
Where?
and that's really it. It's looking a little slow right now. If anything, comes on up, any good setups, I'll let you guys know if I get in
I
anything.
mean, where
Thanks.
would you be looking at, right, for the bounce, right? I mean, the overall trend is to the downside right now. The selling is still going on right now. You're not seeing it, slowing just yet. That's why I'm saying if you guys are entering short anywhere here on Netflix, 260s, 250s, I mean, you guys got to be really, really careful on the short here. Really, really short. Could it work? It could work. Like I said, the overall trend is to the downside right now. Um, I do like 250 bottom for a bounce. I do like 250 bottom for a bounce. I do think that we're going to see a green day relatively soon within the next, day or two. But even entering long, man, um, even entering long, Michael. I mean, man, it's just like you said. It's like catching a falling knife, right? It's the same thing here. Look at Roku on the daily, right? I mean, guys, why would you be chasing the short on the upside here on Roku, right? I mean, there was no reason to enter short. You didn't see any big selling volume coming through whatsoever, right? I mean, this gapped up after earnings. It was nice. We saw 117. And then like 2 days after that, everyone was going crazy on Roku. I mean, I was seeing people on Twitter every single day just going crazy over Roku, saying that it's up $20. Roku has to fall. Like, come on, right? I mean, they're just entering short day after day, just losing day after day, and even big names too. Like I was seeing big name people, I mean, just getting crushed on the short side of Roku on the way up here, right? I mean, every day people were asking me, "Oh, is it a good idea to short Roku at 130?" A week later, is it a good idea to short Roku at 140? I mean, why? And they didn't have any reason to do so. The only reason that people wanted to short Roku is because it was up $40 a share, right? I mean, what kind of conviction is that, right? I said wait for the backside of the move to get the short on Roku. You're going to see some really nasty red days on it. And I said that too. I mean, you're not going to, yeah, you're seeing some red days on the way up. It's just the same thing as the way down. You're going to see green days in between. Same exact story, right? But the downside, the backside of the move, you're going to see some really nice cracking action. You're going to see the selling volume increasing. Like I said, I went over the volume earlier, right? I mean, all these other days on the upside with the red days, you're seeing anywhere from, average like 6 to 9 million in volume. On the way down here, you're seeing huge volume compared to that. 23 million, 34 million, 65 million, right? I mean, that's what you want to see for the short side of the trade on Roku, right? Vice versa with Netflix. Yeah, it's still slipping here. We're seeing 258 now. You're going to see some nice, pops in between, some nice green days. Doesn't mean that it's going to change the overall trend, though, right? You want to see something like this on Roku where it has a really nice crack back under the 20-day, selling volume, getting some price target cuts, $60 price target. I mean, that's going to start killing it, right? What's up, Frodo? And look at it now. Gave back the whole entire move plus more and filled the gap. So, I mean, that's what you want to see. And now Roku, I don't even like it already. Don't even like it already. For the day. Don't even like this action. All right, SPY here. Like I said, I mean, yesterday we had very, very, very light volume on SPY on the move up. I mean, we're still up by the highs. It's just crazy action. Overall, holding the 297. That was the pullback level. 20-day test on the daily. Watch 300 for a retest, reclaim. Pre-market high right up here, 299.85. If you guys are scared to enter Netflix, if you're looking at, what's it called, Netflix here, and you're like, okay, well, obviously the overall trend is to the downside. It's the backside of the move now. It's still slipping. I mean, what can you do, right? There's a few things you can do. You could wait for the pops to get short, but still be on small size. I don't advise anybody whatsoever to be entering full size, large size on Netflix short, even long. So, I mean, one of the other best things you could do is just sit in cash, at least for this play. Wait for it to bottom out, get its first green day, go long into the close. I mean, we could see, we'll deal with it then, right? I mean, just like Michael said, why would you catch a falling knife, right? Just trying to guess the bottom and then have it keep slipping on you. Same thing as shorting Roku on the upside. Same exact story, right? Trying to guess the top on the short, you lose. Try to guess the top the next day, you lose. Same story, you get killed on the short side. Wait for the backside. Wait for the confirmation. That's it. So I'll be more so convinced on Roku once we get out of this crappy price action and we're actually getting below the previous lows. But until then, I mean, I could see it doing the same exact thing it did yesterday. See how it goes. And another thing is that, I mean, more so on Roku, right? The way that, I come in every day, I tell you guys what I'm looking at, what marks, right? Make sure it's respecting my marks. One thing that I came to realize is that more so on Roku specifically, that it doesn't do too good of a job respecting my marked up areas. Sometimes it does, and that's when I'll trade it. But compared to something else like that I watch a little more, like Netflix or even Nvidia too, I mean, they'll respect it a little more. But sometimes Roku just ends up being really, really choppy, and that's when I don't want to trade it, which makes sense too. I mean, why would you, right? Why would you? I don't even know if any of you guys are looking at Netflix. I'm sure most of you are just kind of watching it from the side. That's not a bad idea, but Frodo, nice little pop this morning. You got OSTK overstock. OSTK. OSTK in 84 cents on the December 20th call for $20. Man, overstock died. Damn, that really did. Roku back up. What platform are you using? This one, this is eTrade Pro. You got the market depth, the level 2s on the bottom here. Got my charts up at the top. Yeah, Frodo, I appreciate that. Actually, it's really cool because so many people like love the E-Trade Level 2. They just love like the way it looks. Like, it is pretty clean. Not gonna lie, I do like it too. It's very, very clean. I like it. I like the charts too. I do. There's some other charting software that I do like just a little better, but I definitely like this. But yeah, I mean, they're really nice. They're really cool. I'm pretty sure E-Trade has a new platform as well right now. I think it's called like Options House or something like that. I heard that was okay, but this is the original. What's it called? this is the original like platform, E-Trade Pro. This has been out for years now. I'm not sure how long, but it's been out for quite a bit. And the guy on the phone lied to me too, right? Like this was like 2 years ago too. I was calling E-Trade about something, and then and the guy was like, "Yeah, by the way, E-Trade Pro is gonna be going away in like a month." And at first I was like, "Wow, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, you got to go to Options House." I'm like, "All right." Here we are, like 2 years later, it's still running. So I don't know what the hell that guy was talking about. Maybe he was just trying to get me to move over. I don't know. And Roku kind of doing its thing. Still waiting. SPY coming up pre-market high 299.85 test. Lately, I'm with you on that. Got to talk to the next person to get the real answer. Help. First one's a dud. That's so true, dude. That's so funny, Frodo. That is so funny. Dude, every time I call them, like the first person that answers the phone is like not, I don't want to say any bad words, but he's not usually nice, or she is not usually nice. It's always the first person. I don't know why. And then I call again and I get like a super chill dude, or a girl too, which is really awesome. Um, but yeah, I mean, they have really good customer service too, though. I mean, they are always, like, you can call them 24/7, though. Right now, as of right now, looking at what's going on here, I'm just going to be sitting on this Roku. I'm not going to be entering any new positions on it. As of right now, I'm going to be waiting on it. It's not really proving to me that it's going to hold up yet, or it could just even be flat. So either way, I wouldn't want to be entering long and just die. Um, And then secondly, for Netflix, I'm not really seeing anything too appealing on it right now as far as any setups. So I'm just going to be kind of sitting on this one watching it. There's really no reason to be entering this long or short here. The only thing I could see is just be entering the short off of this 260 mark and then just risking over pre-market low. But I don't really have enough conviction to be able to take that trade there, so it's not really worth it for me. So I'm just going to kind of be sitting and waiting on this one for Netflix. And I even said today, I'm going to be really, really conservative for Netflix, at least for today. OSTK going to test the morning highs, showing strength. It is, yeah, right up here at this 12:30 mark. When I went to college for 2 years, I took a finance class, and we had to do a presentation. We all had to pick like one company to do a presentation on, right? And it was actually funny because I chose Overstock at the time, and this was back when it was at, like, man, I don't even remember. This was when it was like at the highs. No, this was like before it started running. Yeah. But yeah, I remember doing the presentation on that. That's so funny. And I totally winged it too. You're good long on Roku long here. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, Frodo. I do with the long on Roku, but it's just that if this does what it did yesterday, then I mean, you're not gonna make money in either direction, right? You're just gonna get killed on both sides of the trade. You're just gonna get killed on both sides of the trade. the risk, what's the risk on it? You could risk below the low, but overall, I mean, you're just kind of seeing some really choppy action, especially from yesterday. If that can carry over from today, then, man, I'm not even interested in taking the long until it proves to me that it's going to, make a move and have a nice range today. If it's just going to have a crappy 4-point range that we saw from yesterday, I'm not going to be entering any new position in Roku. I'll just be sitting on what I have. So, Will Smith, how did the fishing go? I think the real question is, how did the fishing go for you? But yeah, it was all right. It was okay. It was actually really cool. I went to the beach and I was doing some surf casting there, and I ended up catching one striped bass. It wasn't even a keeper. I threw it back, and then after that, I was just kind of hanging out. I was there for maybe like 3 hours. Didn't catch anything after that, but it was a good time. It's relaxing. I enjoy it. It was a good time. Netflix is looking like it's going to have a move lower possibly here. Yeah, Suzuki, you think so? Market makers are letting the shorts load up, and then here comes the face ripper. It's going to rip faces off. Either way, this is it's not enough conviction in either way for me, at least. I mean, take the long. Yeah, I guess you could, but what's your risk, right? First 5-minute candle to close under 259. I guess you could do that. I mean, the risk reward is there if you're looking to sell back up at like pre-market high, but still, I mean, it's overall weak in my opinion. But man, I could definitely see that happening, Suzuki. That's so funny. See if there's any more news. Netflix's stock keeps falling as previously most bullish analyst slashes target by 32%. That's the target that was cut to 350 from 515. So yeah, like I said, 32% cut. It's pretty bearish. Yeah, we'll see what happens, Suzuki. See what happens. Like I said, for me, I can't. I'm not even going to be entering Netflix here. There's really no point. I see what you're saying about the long, but I'm not really seeing any, strong volume that would, You hate cutting it here on Roku and see it run down tomorrow? I mean, Wes, is that like a part of your plan though, right? I mean, if it's at your stop loss, then yeah, you would have to stop out, obviously, and respect it. But, like, why would you cut out, though? Just if what's your reason that you want to cut out of it, right? Like, you were going for the octopus, but I got into a fight with an angry farmer, also known as the dad. That sucks. You're in my thoughts and prayers, Will Smith. Don't worry, you'll redeem yourself. Too much consolidation, Wes? Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I was saying. If we were to come in today and to see the same thing that we saw on Roku from yesterday, I'm not interested in adding anything onto it. Anything. I'll just let these sit. I mean, we got to see some cracking going on here for Roku to actually convince me. Overstock, there's 1250. So whoever that was an OSTK. But yeah, man, I mean, we can't see the same stuff going on from yesterday on Roku. We got to see some nice range on it today, man. We got to see some nice range on it. Let's see if that face ripper idea that you had on Netflix is going to work right off that 259. So far, it's holding. Kind of saw what we did yesterday, but a reversed idea on Netflix, right? I mean, morning pop. Go back to it. Morning pop up to the 200 day on the 5 minute. Couldn't close any 5 minute candles over. Rejection. And then it died. Netflix, same story. I mean, morning, but kind of opposite, right? Dip, morning dip, 259. The only thing is there's nothing really significant about this number. But 259, low. Can't close any 5 minute candles underneath. Kind of just wicking below. There's Roku with a new low. Nice, thank you. But still, I mean, for me, there's not enough conviction to be able to enter long or short here. Let's actually see this Roku continue to the downside, though. I don't want to see this crap where it's just gonna keep putting in a new low, getting back to the highs. I mean, come on, let's start getting the selling going here with Roku. Get back into the green on the short. I'm down about like 10 cents. Netflix did trade down to 258.30. Netflix seems to be trading sideways, 261 high, 259-ish low. Here it is. It's starting to come back down below 259. Dang, bro, nearly 30 people watching and active. I love when you guys are active. Also, I think that everyone from Nick's stream is listening too, so. Dude, oh my god, Will Smith, bro. Why? Like, you're so funny, man. He looked like, dude, oh my god. This guy looked like Ross Cameron, and he threatened to pull out the pitchfork on. Dude, that's crazy. That's awesome, though. Did that actually happen, though, Will Smith? Don't lie to me. Oh, man. I don't think I've ever been in that situation, Will Smith. I'm usually a cool cucumber. Don't want to do that. Come on, Roku. Let's get going. Let's get this. Oh, yeah, you're bored? Cause just a dead market today? Is that what's going on? Money monkey options over pennies. I don't want to say that because I'm not hating on pennies. I traded pennies for multiple years and I had success with it. But kind of what Casper said, there's going to be days in the penny stock market where it's going to be slow. And that's just inevitable, right? I mean, there's just going to be days where there's not going to be as much volume. On the other hand, options is more appealing, in my opinion, to the small account community, right? And I'm sure that that's something that we can find common ground on and agree on today. Let's go, Roku. Come on, baby. I love you. The dude, no cap, looked like Ross Cameron. He threatened to pull out a pitchfork. I think he threatened to pull out the phone to call the SEC. I threatened to pull out the phone to call the SEC, baby. Man, that's crazy. Pull out the pitchfork on my friend Will Smith here. Crazy times we're living in 2019, right? For sure, Frodo. For sure. I love seeing you guys active. It's great. I mean, Netflix is just still sideways. Really happy that I'm not in that one right now. I'm kind of just working with this Roku. Let's see it continue. Let's see it continue to the downside today, fellas. Still going. So what could we see next on Roku, right? Previous low at that 106 level. Below that, 103.62. Below that, a hundo for Roku. So I mean that's what we'll be seeing if it does continue. Like I said, I would have liked to see the selling pick back up today. We're actually back to being red on Roku. That's why I said for Roku at least. I mean, specifically Roku too, which is kind of funny. Just because it's up green in pre-market doesn't mean that it's going to hold green all day. And that goes for anything too. But I mean Roku too. I don't let that fake me out. I don't let that fake me out. But I mean the selling's coming in now. It's looking okay. It's starting to work out. 106.5 now. I'll just keep sitting on it. Let it work for me. Why are options better for small accounts? Leverage? No, I mean not because of that. I mean, look, I made a video. Actually, no, I didn't include it in that video. But look, I'll explain it real quickly, right? So, for any of you guys, it makes more sense for any of you guys who are living in America because obviously you're under PDT rule if you're under 25 grand, right? If you're under 25 grand, right, and you're on margin and you're trading small caps, right, or just any equity in general, right, you're gonna be only able to have 3 day trades in a 5 day rolling period, right? Which is pretty crappy actually, because I mean that just there's good and bad to that. It's bad because you only get 3 trades. If you lose 2 trades, you only have 1 trade left for the week, and you would have to perform very well. It's good, on the other hand, only able to have 3 trades is because it can make you very, very disciplined because it doesn't allow you to go out and take multiple trades a day. You know that you only have 3 trades that you're allowed to make. So it kind of forces you to really look for the best setups with the highest risk reward that are out there, right? If you're on a cash account trading equity, you have to wait 2 days for the cash to settle. So if you have, let's say, like 10 grand, right? If you have 10 grand in an account and you're trading pennies, right, and it's on cash, and you put 5 grand into a trade, and then you sell, you have to wait 2 days to use that 5 grand again and settle back in. If you're trading options, right? If you're trading options and you're on cash, it's T+1, so the cash actually settles overnight. So if you have a cash account with options, right, and you have like 2 grand and you put like 200 into a trade, you still have $2,800 left, and that $200 will settle overnight. You don't have to wait 2 days. Also, it's more appealing because you don't have to put as much capital. You don't have to have as much starting capital with options as well, right? With small caps, you have, let's say a $4 stock, right, that you want to trade, and you want to get some decent size on it, right, for a small account. I mean, you're getting 1,000 shares. It's 4 grand, right? But if you're trading, options here, and you're just getting one contract of a Roku put at the money, it's $300. And if that ends up moving really nicely, you can make 100%. So, it's just more appealing because you don't need to have as much capital. I don't know if that makes sense, DJ Taylor. I hope I explained that correctly. But that's why, it would be more appealing to the average Joe that has, a small account size, right? And like I said, this doesn't really have anything to do with anybody that's outside of America, because then you're not regulated underneath the PDT. I mean, All right, well, here's the previous low test on Roku, and it's starting to pick up some selling here, which is what I want to see, baby. We're looking good. It's looking okay. Like to see this continue selling off the whole day. Yeah, patience does win here on Roku, guys, and like I said, it's smaller size. I'm just gonna be sitting on it. If it, yeah, I could see this cracking below. If this cracks below $100, look out below. I mean, you're gonna see some pretty heavy selling, in my opinion. I don't think we're gonna see any buyers, coming in once it cracks underneath the $100 point. I mean, back below 100, it's super bearish. It's already super bearish right now. SPY putting in a new low. Netflix that long is actually working out, but still very, very slow. Still very slow. I'm not interested in Netflix right now. There's really not anything that's too appealing to me just yet on it, if that makes sense. So, yeah, really no reason to be entering Netflix. Even if you did take the long here, it's really like a 1-to-1 trade. It's maybe a little more, but still. Yeah, that's another good point, Campus. I should have mentioned that too. If you could utilize options to short without being on margin, if that makes sense, right? Because you could just go long puts, right? So if you want to trade something like Netflix, for example, and you're on a cash account, instead of transferring over to margin and going short that way on the equity, you could just go long on the puts. So you'll make money when it goes down, but you'll be on a cash account, which is really cool. It's very, very appealing. So, Campus, yeah, good point right there, dude. All right, well, here's Netflix with the test of the, I don't know what this line is from. Oh, previous low. Yesterday's low, this line right here, this is pre-market low. So, I mean, that's why I said, like, if I was going long, like, I would probably be just looking to take profit here, which is really like a 1-to-1 trade. But hey, if it breaks over, holds, we could be seeing a new high up to pre-market high. And Roku's looking pretty good so far for the downside. I'm still going to hold on to it. Here's pre-market low test on Netflix. Trying to get it there. I'm watching Netflix here. If we get this push here over this pre-market low, I mean, we have the high of days right at that 265. Like I said, I mean, if you guys were shorting today on Netflix, you would have had to be, I mean, in my opinion, I would have recommended to be very, very small, or just not even take the short, right? The only real way to make money on the short today was if you got that quick morning pop to 265, then sold right at this 259. I mean, it was still a nice profit that you could have made, but I mean, that's as most as you were to get out of it, right? I mean, I wouldn't even be holding through this. There's no point. So, Roku trying to bounce here at this previous low, this 106 level. My opinion is still looking for more downside. You picked up some Home Depot puts at 230. Nice, dude. You top ticked that. Target 227 working so far. Yeah, a lot of the guys and gals over in Discord were pretty focused on Home Depot. Looking for, I think they were saying like 220, but you got that push up to 230 today. It's working out so far. You have a really nice entry on it, Campus RD. I know you've been a little busy lately, Campus. Nice to see you back. Alejandro, I don't know if Alejandro is still here. I've been talking to him on the what's it called in Discord actually, and he's so much more disciplined now. Like he's been killing it. Like he killed it the last few days on Roku short side, but it's not even just because like Roku had a nice down day, right? Like he waited for the trade to come to him. He stuck to his plan. Ended up being a really nice trade. So Alejandro was doing really good too. And it doesn't even have to be big size. It doesn't have to be big size. Right? I'd like to get into something. I would like to get into another trade. Suzuki's pretty on point with that face rip so far. But I'm so far with this Netflix. I mean, I don't have enough conviction for the short, so I can't take it. As of today, I'm speaking as of today, as of right now. So, SPY, there's a new low. Like I said, guys, I mean, really, really weak volume on SPY yesterday on that move up, right? Really, really weak volume. I was expecting a pullback today. I mean, so far we're seeing that. Let's see if that can continue. Look for a new low on Roku. I want to see some 5-minute candles closing below the previous low. Netflix already starting to get a little bit of a rejection here at the pre-market low. Yep, and also, Campus, you got the 20-day right here on the 5-minute chart. Netflix right at this pre-market low. Amazon event tomorrow. RIP. Don't go Roku. Amazon short here. Come on. Come on. Let's get it going. There it is on SPY. Good, good, good. Let's get it going, Roku. I want to see some heavy selling today. Man, Suzuki, dude, spot on. I mean, dude, it's just getting so annoying with this China crap, right? I've been telling you guys too. I'm like, guys, please, like, just be on the lookout for this China stuff, because how long have we been hearing this for, right? Over a year now. There's no progress with it whatsoever. Trump knows that. Everyone knows that. I mean, every day, not every day, obviously, but, every week at least, you're hearing something about this China news. One day you're saying the talks are going well. The next week you're hearing the exact opposite, saying that China's not looking to negotiate. And then a week later you're seeing Trump is putting tariffs. And then a week later you're seeing that Trump is delaying tariffs. I mean, it's like a game of ping pong. It's back and forth. I really personally don't see a true China deal coming anytime soon. Maybe, a second term election if he's to be elected the second time. Maybe then, but I really don't see that, making it hasn't made any good, really good progress, so I just don't see it. And then you're seeing, yeah, I don't want to get into it, but All right, well, you got a 5 minute candle close underneath on Roku here. Looking for a new low. There it is. There's a new low on Roku. Roku. Same crap. Would like to just to see a nice sell-off on this puppy today. Man, Suzuki, what was the Roku strike? I got the 90. I was a little too aggressive on that, not gonna lie. I should have been getting the 100 or even the 95, but even then, I don't even think 90 is too outrageous of a strike. Yeah, I'd be pretty careful on this. What's the target on Roku, Alex? Yeah, so yeah, I am short on it. Well, I mean, I long the puts, but same thing. I mean, I would just like to see, a crack under $100 on Roku, right? So what's the first level that we were looking at, right, to get underneath? It was at yesterday's low, which we're underneath right now. The last low underneath that is this 103.62 mark, right? That's it. Below that, we're seeing $100. Like I said, it's small. I mean, Roku just gave back the entire move, so you can assume that you're going to see some buyers trying to come in here at this near $100 level. Excuse me. At the same time, you can expect sellers and short sellers trying to push it down underneath 100. You got a $60 price target. You're probably going to see some more of that come out in the near future to try to push it down. But like I said, I mean, who knows, right? So let's see how it performs. I'll hold on to it for a little bit. We want AutoZone. So far, that Netflix off of the pre-market low. I mean, that short is working. It is, but not really not totally convinced on it. But hey, if it works, it works. It's a nice pattern that I like to use, right? With a reclaim and rejection off of the pre-market low. But as far as today, I just don't have enough conviction to be able to take the short on it. In my opinion, that's more of like a 50-50. So we're kind of toying with the previous low now on Roku. How's everything else doing? Let me check around though. How's like Shopify? No, some of you guys were looking at that back at 300. Yeah, Shop is going back to 300. True story. Yeah, Will Smith, it wasn't a keeper, I guess, right? GTA style. Just skirting out of there. Well, happy to see you're alive. That you don't have a pitchfork stuck in your neck. Yeah, if we could break that, it keeps going. Yeah, we got to get under 106. I agree. 106 is the next level. Below that, 103.60. Just play it by these levels. That's it. I'm not adding anything on Roku. I'm just going to sit on what it is. Just see it get back to like $100. That'd be great. Could get there today, but you want to see the selling continue or pick up even more. By the way, I did finish that city video that I made. So I'll have that up soon. Anyone else see Dan Bilzerian's stock is up 100% today? I didn't see that, no. Dan Bilzerian's an animal. Yeah, big bidder at 106 on Roku, 84,000 shares. You guys see that on the level 2 here? If it starts getting sold into, it's probably going to crack. So watch 106, 84K. I don't know if you guys see that on yours or... Yeah, let's see if that can get sold into. Yeah, Will Smith, it should be cool. I mean, it's the first like video that I'm making, a first IRL video that I made. So, I mean, like I'm not even good at like editing at all. Like I don't even know how to do any of that. So, it's the first one. I mean, I just kind of wanted to make that to show you guys. It should be cool. It should be really cool actually. It's just, I kind of went there and made a little video, but yeah, I mean, for future videos, they're definitely to be better. Really cool stuff coming up. That 106 bidder on Roku continuing to hold it up. It's still there. 262 is previous day low along with pre-market low and the 20 MA and the 5-minute. Netflix pretty legit short to me. Did not take, concentrate on Home Depot. So yeah, you had 3 levels here on Netflix to take the short. So it could have worked. But yeah, there it is, that crack of 106 on Roku. It could have worked, Campus. I see what you're saying. You did have previous day low, right? Pre-market low, and the 20-day on the 5-minute. So you did have 3 areas. The short could have worked there, but to me, I'm not even, like, I wouldn't even be really looking for, like, much less on it, right? Like, it's a lot more risky to be taking the short side of it down here. I said that earlier this morning, right? Like, I can't be aggressive on it. I don't want to be entering short in the 260, low 260s, even 250s. So, but it could have worked. It would have just been a really quick scalp, but I just didn't really want to get into that. There's a new low on Roku. Let's get under 105. See if it can take it all the way. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. There it is. Nice. Super hot fire. 104.50. 104.50 now on Roku. New low. That's great. Down 2.5% today. Coming down.
Alright guys, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream in probably a few moments here. Thank you all for tuning in today. Sorry again about the with Alex coming on the mic today, or I don't really know how that happened. I think he was streaming on my channel by accident. So I'm sorry about that. I know some of you guys, maybe didn't mind it, and some of you guys may have, but hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow, and I can get back on the mic and we get back towards our usual penny stock commentary. So appreciate everyone for tuning in today. Sorry again about no commentary, and I'll be over in Discord helping any of you guys out. I'll be around today, so you guys feel free to DM me, ask me any questions. I'm totally cool with that. So once again, thank you all for tuning in again today, and it's gonna be the end of today's stream. Peace.